Hi everyone, today I'll be giving a presentation about the risk management plan review on our project. I'm Ricky and these are my group members. So let's start with risk planning. We have defined the team accountabilities, roles and responsibilities for the management of risk. There are four main stages of risk management, mainly risk identification, risk analysis, risk response, and risk monitoring. Aaron and Nikki will be responsible for risk identification. Yiran and Ziyang will be responsible for risk analysis, while me, on the other hand, will be responsible for risk response and risk monitoring. So there are rules and mechanisms for managing risk at different stages. As I've mentioned, there are four main stages, but some procedures will happen within a stage. For example, risk recording happens within risk identification. So the rules and mechanisms are listed on the next page in the table. We have communicated these rules and mechanisms to our team members and clients in meetings, and there were no issues with it. So as I mentioned, this is the table with the rules and mechanisms for risk management stages. Moving on to risk categories. We have defined three risk categories, mainly estimation, tools, and people. And we have also defined the risk assessment criteria. The risk assessment criteria are low likelihood, low impact, low likelihood, high impact, high likelihood, low impact, and high likelihood, high impact. So the risk mitigation plans are transference of risk, acceptance of risk, minimization of risk, and using a contingency reserve. The contingency plan are based on the risk and also achieved through discussions in meetings. Moving on to risk identification and analysis, my team have identified 5 risks and I've numbered them from 1 to 5. We have collected information about the risk to facilitate decisions that is going to be made on the risk. So these are the causes, uncertainty, and effect on objectives of each risk. The bold sentence are the risk, and below that is the 3 elements. And as you can see, we have 5 risks. So we have used the risk impact matrix to assess the risk likelihood and impact. So the risks are numbered from 1 to 5 so that I can place the risk in the risk impact matrix. Also, the risks are allocated into the risk impact matrix based on the effect on objectives of each risk. And the stakeholders are all involved through meetings on the risk assessment. My team have also defined a control plan for each risk. So as I've mentioned, the bold sentence are the risk and the bracket contains the mitigation plan. And below that is the control plan for each risk. As you can see, we have 5 risks. So there is no owner to a specific risk. So for risks that are transferred, they are not transferred, they are all handled internally within the team. The reason for that is because we feel as the risk that we have identified are better handled if they are handled within the team and not by just one team member. And the risks are prioritized based on the impact and likelihood. So risk monitoring and review is an ongoing process that happens throughout the project lifecycle. Our team has a regular progress meetings every fortnight to assess all identified risks, also to identify new risk. And thank you guys, this is my presentation.